Hey everyone, welcome to SOCS episode 33. So, we're going to do some fun stuff today. Well, we have one main fun thing, but I think first we should talk about the final episode of Kingdom. I can't believe it. It's the finale. It's been a journey. It's been a trip. So does anyone want to start with their favorite performance of the night, or should I go first?
Go right in. We'll follow you later.
Yeah. Well, I think my favorite performance of the night, which I think might be the consensus, was AT's. I thought the song was definitely not something I would ever listen to again, but I thought the dancing was so crisp, and I think they had a lot of fun with it, and they just had so much energy. It was a great performance to watch. It was really fun. My second place would be Stray Kids. I thought they did an amazing job. Now, that song actually sounded like something like, it kind of reminded me of Mama by EXO. So I really liked the song, actually. I saw the Mozart and I was like, oh no, here we go again. But then I actually liked it. And then I really liked the boys as well. I thought the boys really brought it. I think they had a lot of fun with it. And yeah, so that's my thoughts on the challenge. Sid?
You didn't finish with the other groups.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, okay. Oh, iKON. I think iKON had the best song. iKON was really fun. Now the performance, they did some good choreography. But just compared to the other groups, it just wasn't it's about the performance at Kingdom, not the song itself. So, that's why I'm putting ATs on top. But I think iKON really put together a good song and a fun rap. I mean, Bobby's rap was awesome, always. So I really like that. SF9, I liked theirs. I liked their costumes a lot. I liked the song. The song was fun. But I just think ATs, the boys, and Stray Kids, their choreo was just a little stronger. So that's why I would put those three above that one. And then B2B's, it was not my favorite performance from them. I still think their La La Land performance was their best. It just felt like the background dancers were carrying that performance, and not them. So, I think, they had good vocals and everything, but it just, performance wise overall, it just felt like other people were pulling the weight. So yeah.
I'll go next. So I definitely agree with you, Liv. I think ATs and Skylar probably. Definitely. I think ATs really did the best with this because their performance was really dynamic. They had so many different elements. Like you said, they brought like both the fun and like just all the elements of a really, really great performance. There were acting bits. There was great choreo. They got Yunho out to the center. Love to see main dancer Yunho in the front. So I just think that they had fun with it. It was, each of them had like their charms, like their own part where you could really see them shine, which I think is really like a really good thing to incorporate into group performances. Like Jongho had his little moment, Woo Young had his little dance break. So I just think that that really made me happy. And the song was also so positive. They brought out little kids. It was just like,
oh yes, I love the kids.
Yeah, the kids, they had like the dancing dragons. I was like, okay, so they went in and they made it so much fun. And it was like fun watching it. So that's why I chose them. I think they did the best of all those performance elements. Second, I would definitely put the boys because I really think they pulled it out this time. I really liked the use of the VCRs and how they like made them those transitions so smooth between the live dancing and the VCRs. Their live vocals were amazing per usual. Their synchronization was actually insane for that dance break. Like that was really crazy. I was really impressed. I love main dancer Q. but I love seeing him control the rest of the boys like they're all one part the most. So that was really awesome. Stray Kids would definitely be third. I would even put them like on the same level as the boys. Their performance was so good. I loved the song. The only reason that I would put them on the same level and not above actually is because it almost felt like there was too much going on. Like I didn't know where to look at times. And there were just so many elements that were constantly like changing really fast. I felt like I couldn't sit and like absorb it all and enjoy it to the fullest. And so I think like both the boys and Stray Kids are kind of tied for me. Then I would definitely put Icon because I also love the song. I thought it was really fun. I thought they tried really hard with their choreo and they pulled it off. Then I would put SF9 simply because one, I don't know which member it is, but the one in the center with the mirror jacket and the white, freaking loved his little crop top jacket. I want that. But yeah, I think they didn't hit the choreo as hard as some other groups. The song was very cute though. I really liked it. And yeah, B2B I put last, but I will say most of it was not about the performance and more about some of the lines in the song. I just found some of the phrases a little corny, but they're cute. I love B2B. I think they're really fun. I loved seeing them during the AT's performance where they were all bopping and hanging out in it. And I thought they were really cute. And you know, they did what they do. I think they added a lot more rap elements to the song, which I was surprised by. And I thought that was really cool. They're trying something new.
This is for the haters. Get out and see you later.
Stop. Is that really what he said?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
something like that.
Yeah. I can't do corny, guys. It's a personal thing. I get secondhand embarrassment for things that aren't even embarrassing, okay? I don't know. I can't explain it.
Skylar?
Okay. So my first would be ATs. I agree with you guys. I thought they had the best performance. It was really dynamic. They always outperformed the song. I love them, but bias aside, I think they just had the best performance. And second, I'm gonna go with the boys. I really like the boys' performance. It was interesting. I think it was my favorite time watching them this season. Like I actually enjoyed it. It was something new from them that I feel like I hadn't seen much of before, at least this season, because I didn't see last season. So I'm like kind of out of touch a bit, so I'll take it with a grain of salt. And then third, I'm gonna say Stray Kids because they're just a great performers, super good. Yeah, Icon, very fun. I'm not gonna rank. Those are my top three. As far as ranking the other ones, I wouldn't rank them. But yeah, I like Icon. Yeah, the other ones, rock on. Shout out to Icon.
Yeah, I have to agree with you actually. I think this was my favorite the boys' performance this season as well. It felt like that same level of like sheer joy they brought to Road to Kingdom. And
yeah, no, I'm telling you, they were so stressed this season and I was so sad about it. I was so like upset. But I think you're right. But again, they worked really hard. And I think part of the reason they did so well is because they did like take a break, apparently. In the episode, apparently Young Hoon, who, because he was injured, wasn't able to go, but he bought all of the other members a pass to go to an amusement park, just them, just the boys running around the lot music park, park together, which is apparently something they'd always wanted to do since they were trainees, to rent out an amusement park and just play there together. Thought it was really cute. And so apparently they did that before this episode aired just to get a chance to enjoy themselves. And I think they brought that back with them. And I was happy for them.
Yeah. I still think of all the kingdoms, Danger is the best performance. I do.
Yes, Danger reigns supreme. Best kingdom / Road to Kingdom performance ever. Literally so good.
So good. I'll never get over when he jumped on top of those guys like that. I still...
Now, you know Sun Woo. You know Sun Woo. This one thing he gonna do is defy gravity and his worst fears.
Yeah, and break someone's back in the process, and it'll be worth it.
Sorry, Kevin.
But yeah,
yeah.
So rankings wise, Stray Kids came in first overall for the competition, and second was The Boys, and third was ATEEZ. Fourth was iKON.
I believe it's either iKON or B2B. I'm not actually sure.
SF9 did come in last, which was interesting because, I mean, I loved that one performance they did with all the, like, guns and stuff. That was really fun. That was
when they did the Stealer.
Yeah, that was cool. But, yeah, what do you guys think of the ranking, how it ended up?
Kingdom rankings are stupid. They should all just have fun, in my opinion. But when it comes down to it, the actual rankings, I think so much of it, you know, is attributed to the fans. Like, the fans are the ones who put in the work in, like, most parts of K-pop industry, and this as well. Like, without the fans voting, it's just not going to work out. And I think more than anything, it wasn't anything against SF9 that they came in last, and it wasn't against their fans either. They do have, like, I think they have the smallest fan base of those on this show. So, like, if you're going to do the last competition is mostly based off of live voting, like, you know, kind of the results. Also, Stray Kids has the biggest fandom. Like, all of the groups performed really well. No matter who you stand, you should be so proud. And yeah, like, you guys did the work, they did the work, this is the result. And I think we should all be really at least okay with it. I'm not gonna lie, I did expect ATEEZ to be second or score better. I really did, because they've been so consistent throughout the whole competition.
Yeah, but the boys really brought it.
Yeah, you know, I love them. I really think, like, they work so hard. I'm really glad that they're getting, you know, some big recognition, some big, like, play in the larger scheme of things. So,
yeah, I thought ATEEZ would get second as well, but I'm not surprised with Stray Kids winning it all. And not just because of the fan base, though. I thought they did a really great job. They also won a ton of challenges. I loved that do performance.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
All of their performances were amazing and really put together. Like, really put together. They never dropped the ball once. Like, even their energy was consistently high. They were always in good spirits. Like, Stray Kids is an amazing group.
Yeah.
So I really wasn't surprised at all by the result.
Good for them. Definitely, yeah, good for them. Like, you guys, I also thought ATEEZ would rank higher, but I think that's just because I'm a little biased, because I wasn't really that involved with watching this season. I just think ATEEZ is, like, my favorite performers in this genre. But, you know, I guess it was always sort of between ATEEZ and Stray Kids. I like Stray Kids too, more so for their music, but they are good performers. So it's good to see that they won. The Boys is probably a surprise, mostly for me, but I think that's just because I'm not, like, that tapped in with the Boys. So it's, you know, but I don't care. All the groups this
knew that fourth gen was gonna, you know, take those top spots, though.
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, honestly, because when I think about it, it's kind of like, Annie, I don't really want to go deeper into it, but, like, I agree with you. On the show, as far as, like, the most dynamic performers as far as what they called for this season is probably those three groups that
Yeah.
we assumed would be the top ones. So,
but I have to say, I give huge ups to both B2B and Icon because they don't need this show at all. Like, they really came on here to have fun.
yeah.
And I enjoyed that. Like, when Icon performed Inception,
Yes.
I loved that performance. That was so sick. And all the
Yeah.
performances, like, they just bring fun to them. Like, there's no way that you're going to watch an Icon performance and be sad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and that's what I really liked. Like, I think they brought something different to the show, and maybe that's why they were needed. Because I think these
Yes.
fourth gen groups are really at each other's throats. They were at each other's throat. Well, not really. They're awful.
But they
like,
were really
you
like,
know,
yeah.
they want to win.
Serious.
Like, they came to win. They came to compete. The fans, you know, they were at each other's throats. I seen y'all on Twitter. Y'all did some very unnecessary things.
Nice.
But the fans were at each other's throats. The boys love each other. Like, all of the fourth gen groups, they love each other. And I think that having Icon and having B2B there, they had people to look up to and that they wanted to work with. And that was really cool to see. Like, there were so many different dynamic things going on behind the scenes in Kingdom. But I can't lie, I'm happy it's over only because fan wars are never pretty. They are so ugly.
I can't believe there were fan wars over this show.
Well, you know,
Yes.
it's a competition, so
yeah, there was a whole thing where like a Stray Kids fan account that was raising money to support Stray Kids turned out to be an account run by someone who was no longer a Stray Kids fan and was actually a fan of the boys. And then they were taking the money that people were giving to Stray Kids and using it on the boys. And then a bunch of like stays went to the boys' page and were like writing them hate. And I was like, what is going on? Like,
that's controversial. That's money. That's pretty insane.
But they apparently like weren't just using it on the boys. They were also buying themselves stuff. Like, they bought themselves AirPods with these people's money and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, that person was just a bad person. They're just stealing. The boys
I'm the stealer.
Nothing to do with it.
Literally. Don't steal.
I'm the stealer.
Oh my gosh.
Like, the boys themselves did nothing. And then, like, here people were in their quotes, like, you're wearing those J's in that Prada shirt. Hope you know that you're wearing the hard work on Stray Kids' back. What the hell's going on?
No, that person did not buy the boys' clothes.
I know. I'm like, I guarantee you that you bought his own J's and his own Prada t-shirt. But yeah, it was interesting. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you have an overall favorite performance of the season?
Of the season.
I did.
Which
Last
one?
AT's one.
Oh, the Ode to Joy. Oh, this one?
No, this one.
Yeah.
Like,
oh,
this
okay.
AT's performance this week.
That was a fun one. That's a good one.
A favorite performance overall. I don't think so. I think I have like just a few that I really liked. I don't know that I have one that I think outshone the others, but I loved Inception by Icon. I loved Full Dash because I got to see Sunwoo, Bobby, and Hui Young do their little collab rap performance, and I loved that. Yeah, like, I just liked a bunch of the things they were doing. I also really did like The Boys Monster. I really did like it. So, yeah.
Okay. I definitely have to give it up to Classy Savage, but I'm biased because I'm a blank. But I thought that was so fun. And I like the raps they added to it. Also, the Stray Kids, do. I loved that one. That episode was great. As a Blackpink fan. So
yeah. But also, like, That episode was great. And Stray Kids, like that performance was so good. Like, how are you gonna not like they mashed up Do 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 and God's Menu? Jesus.
Yeah, like 2 of the hypest K-pop songs with a Deadpool theme that even Deadpool, yeah, it was lit.
Yeah, good point.
All right.
All of them had their merits.
Yeah, every group really brought it and brought, and I think by the end, once the stress level kind of came down a little bit, everyone really was having a good time and having fun. And that's really what I wanted to make. Like, since after the athletic championship episode, I feel like the stress level kind of came down and everyone just really just was having a lot of fun.
That was my favorite episode of Kingdom. Literally, my favorite episode was the sports day. It was so fun and so cute. And I loved just watching everyone have fun with each other, and Sunwoo get roasted for voting for himself as the cutest one there. It was great.
I'm dead, Sunwoo.
He really did. Like, they were like, who's the visual of Kingdom overall? And like, he got like second place or something, and one of the votes was from himself, and they read it and it was like, have you seen me? And I was like, sir,
I'm dead.
Gotta respect.
Respect
just
for
look
real.
at me. All of the members of the boys were like, you're cool, self-confidence, you go. I was like, damn.
Dead. That's hysterical.
Hey, if I could go on national TV and be like, I am the hottest person on this show, have you seen me? That confidence, absolutely.
That confidence. Respect.
Confidence is
awesome.
sexy.
He is cute too.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Put some respect on my man's name.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know.
Or he
that's
puts
right.
some on his own name or his own face.
What's happening right now? Hearing both of you guys' commentary, I'm hearing it. And I'm hearing like the things that Olivia's saying in the background. It's killing me. The sweetie ad-libs.
Yeah, I gotta do my ad-libs. I'm the Migos of the ad-libs. Oh!
At first I thought he said ad-sids. Ad-libs is so much better.
Ad-libs.
Let's
Very
go!
They're screaming. I hope you guys cannot hear this.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that's it for Kingdom. That was a great season. All the groups did great. And I hope all of you fandoms are proud of your boys. Now, Sid had a really fun idea for the rest of this episode. So I'm really excited. We are going to make our own Super M's Super M, basically, like our own super group based on idols. And we put them in positions, and yeah, so I did a boy and a girls group, but Sid and Skylar only did boy groups. I just had to represent for the ladies because I'm a girl group stan. So but for my boy group, I picked 2 main dancers. I don't know if that's cheating or not, but I did. I couldn't pick. I picked Jimin and I picked Mark Lee to be my main dancers. That's
a good combo.
For my leader, I picked Taemin for my leader. So this is a very dance-focused group. My lead vocalist.
For your leader.
My leader, because I feel like he has vision. He could bring out the best.
But girl,
you're right.
To, like, talking to management and doing the interviews, my man is a matinee at heart.
That's T. I mean T. But I felt like, he's got the experience and he's got the vision to bring out the best in everybody. My lead vocalist is Dio from EXO. I think he's a beautiful voice. I love him. And he's not in Super M because my visual is, and that is Kai from EXO.
That's a good one.
My main rapper is Bobby from iKON. And my maknae is Bongchan from Stray Kids.
Mac, they did
Wow.
surprise me.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, wait. So
Interesting.
read them in order, so I can like picture them in my head, just without like
Yeah.
the positions.
All right. Jimin, Mark Lee, Dio, Kai, Taemin, Bongchan, and Bobby.
Interesting.
A very interesting lineup. But I would love to hear Jimin and Dio singing together.
Yeah. You know, I think this is definitely a dance-focused group. And
Mm-hmm.
Bongchan is
It's
a
very live.
vocalist, though, right? He's not
He's like a vocalist and
He's
a
a-
rapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is
Yeah.
definitely a dance-focused group. But I think, you know, Kai sings, you know, I thought he killed it in his solo album. So I think, you know, that might be the group's weakness, but it still wouldn't like bring them down. Like we obviously have Dio, so I think that would be cool. I think it would be a fun one. I think it'd be a fun one to watch them do some kind of big dance performance. My girl group, my main dancer. Well, let me start with my leader. My leader is Seulgi because obviously, she's the leader of my life. Drives a lot of my purchases and life decisions. My main dancer is Momo from Twice. My lead vocalist is Wendy from Red Velvet. My visual is Jenny. My maknae is Ryujin from ITZY. And my main rapper is Lisa from Blackpink. Again, this one's a really predictable one because I really just picked everyone from my
This is good.
group.
That was perfect.
But I think that the Wendy, Seulgi, Jenny combo gives us a pretty decent, a pretty good vocal line, as well as a good, and then Jenny, Ryujin, and Lisa is a good rap line. Then with Momo, Seulgi, and Lisa, I mean, you've got the dance line. The dance line. Oh, and Ryujin too. That is an amazing dance line. So, yeah, that's my group.
Okay, I'll go next. I only have a boy group, and I did change the positions up a little bit. Okay. To be fair, this isn't really a super M. It's just my favorite. But the
well,
lead
it's a super
dancer,
group because they already like are famous, so you're putting them in a new group.
Yeah.
True. Okay. The lead dancer is Yunho from ATEEZ. The main dancer is San from ATEEZ. The lead vocalist, why is it just all ATEEZ? The lead vocalist is Haechan because I love his voice. He is my favorite voice in K-pop. The main vocalist is Do-young from NCT. The leader is BC because he's my favorite leader.
Wait, could you repeat that?
The leader is BC because he's my favorite leader.
Mm-hmm.
The maknae / visual. Why did I change this? The maknae / visual is Kiho from P1 Harmony.
Okay.
Because I just needed someone to be in there, and I like him. He has style. I like the songs they put out that are their singles. The lead rapper is Mark.
Okay.
Because he had to be.
Yeah,
somewhere.
he had to be on there.
Yeah, and the sub rapper is Mingy. You already knew he was gonna be.
Yeah, I was waiting for him. That's a good one.
He'd be a rapper / dancer. I had him as main rapper, but I don't know if that's a thing, so I just put sub rapper. Yeah, also very dance focused and very ATEEZ and NCT heavy. I think all of them are NCT or in ATEEZ except for Kiho.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Those are your two favorite groups.
And BC.
Oh, BC.
And
yeah.
BC.
Yeah, we got some Stray Kids in there. 4th gen.
Yeah.
For real. 4th gen, 5th gen, right? P1 Harmony's technically 5th gen. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like he's a maknae / visual.
I like that one.
Thanks.
I would love to see them Yeah, I'd love to see these groups like go at it. It would be fun. Mark Lee, of course, is in 2 groups out of 3.
I know. He's spitting. This is a Leo heavy group because we are
Oh.
Leo heavy over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. You guys know I struggled with this the most. I really did. I really did. You know, I was down to the last second scribbling names over here. So I have an honorable mentions list. But so I just do. I couldn't help myself. They're not in the group, they're honorable mentions. So my leader is going to be Hobie. It's J-Hope of BTS.
Yes.
I thought he would be a great leader. Like, I just feel like he'd make it so fun. He's also one of the main dancers because I have more than one. I'm not going to apologize. Sub rapper and sub vocalist. You know, he's an all around king and ace. So I had to put him in here. My main dancer, other sub vocal is Taemin because King Taemin is, I love him. Okay, I'm going to miss him so much. And just think of the dancing power in a group with Taemin and J-Hope in it.
Yes.
Just let it wash over you. So my main rapper is going to be it's Yoongi from BTS. It's Suga, but I put August D because I'm gonna need him to bring some of that harder edge he does to his August D tracks to my group. Lead rapper's Bobby. I just feel like they would come up with some great songs together, especially because they're both really into producing. I just feel like that would be a power rap duo. Like, just imagine a song with Bobby, J-Hope, and August D. Amazing. It's gonna be great. So, main vocal, I had to. He's the love of my life. It's Jungkook. I'm sorry. I just had to do it. Then sub vocal and lead dancer. I put Moonbin in here. I just think he'd really balance out the group and like.
I love
he's
that
so
one.
nice. I love Moonbin, and I just think he's like really good in groups. Like he adds this like performance element that I really like. And then the Maknae sub vocal and lead dancer is Q of the boys because he always pulls a performance together. He has like that really cute, playful side, and then like when he's on stage, he moves like a demon, and I love that. Honorable mentions are Bam Bam. I just couldn't add another rapper.
This girl, I swear, I would hang up the call right now.
I really wanted to put Got7 in here some way, somehow. I thought of doing Yoongyun as another vocalist, but I just didn't think.
Yeah, I was considering Jackson for my visual as well.
I wanted Got7, but they're all so young. It's like, it'd be odd if there was someone who Got7 in there.
I wanted to put Bam Bam, Yoongyun, or San in here. San was also on my honorable mentions list because he's just such an amazing performer. But I'm not even gonna lie, I literally was so deeply thinking about this. I was thinking about personalities, and so it ended up being like a bias list. Which is why Bam Bam belongs and deserves to be on here. But yeah, so the final group was Taemin, J-Hope, August D, Bobby, Jungkook, Moonbin, and Q.
Okay.
Which I think is fire.
That's definitely a really rap-focused group, for sure.
I mean, yeah, there are 3
it's like a
rappers.
But it's like, I mean, you've got 3 of, like, 3 of the best. Like, I mean, you've got Bobby, and you've got Suga, and then you've got J-Hope, who's really strong. But, like, Suga and Bobby, I'm like, that's a duo. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Ours is like probably my favorite rap line. I think that's the strongest rap line. I think. Yeah. Olivia, what was your dance line?
My boy dance line was Jimin, Mark Lee, Kai, and Taemin.
Yeah, that's the strongest dance line.
Yeah, once you have Jimin, Kai, Taemin in a line.
Yeah, I came a lot. I think I had the strongest vocalist though.
Which
I do.
ones? Which ones?
I have Haechan and Young.
Oh yeah, no, you won. You won on that
Them two
regard.
together, yeah, you won. You
Oh
won.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I have
So it kind of even out.
Q and Taemin, which I think they're great vocalists. Like all of them are really strong.
Yeah, they're
I'm
good.
really happy
But
with
like,
my group.
Do Young and H? No.
No. I know. I wasn't even like
So funny,
challenging it.
Yeah.
I was just saying that they were good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I would love to see any of these groups, honestly. They all
Yeah.
have people I like.
Now, if my
I'm-
girl group one came out though, I think I would die, and someone would have to revive me.
Resuscitate.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Olivia!
I'm like, they're like, it's
Okay,
not
but
working.
the
And you go
moment-
Soggy, and I go,
But for real, I'm like stressed and sad. I feel like Bam Bam should be in here.
Bam
It's
Bam could have been a
okay.
leader, but I know Hobie is such a good leader.
No, Hobie is such a good leader.
I think he could have been like a sub rapper or sub vocalist, no?
Yeah, but then I'd have to take out one of my rappers, and I love all these rappers.
He could have been well, he could have been in there somehow.
I know. I'd probably make him like sub vocalist, sub rapper, extra visual.
Yo, but when I was making
Something like
mine,
that.
I literally first wrote Mark Lee for my main dancer, then Baekhyun for my lead vocalist, and then Kai, and then Taemin. And I was like, wait a minute, that sounds a little familiar.
That's super X.
Super
When they first were like build the best group, I was like, you know what? I'm thinking Min Yoongi. I'm thinking Kim Namjoon, Kim Taehyung, Jung Jungkook, Lee Ho Seok. Like I was like, I'm thinking Bangtan Sonyeon band. But then I was like, you know what? Let me not. And also, the moment Taemin popped in my head, I was like, oh. Yes.
Yeah, when I wrote my girl group, I was like, okay, well, I think I want to have Solgi in there for sure. Then Wendy is a lead vocalist. And my favorite maknae all around is Yeri. So,
I can't. You're like
and I'm
Red
like,
Velvet.
original visual, Irene.
I can't. Yeah, when I was making mine, it kind of was this for the most part, but it was so ATs heavy. So then I was like, okay, let me just stick with NCT.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
let's push back and forth until I came up with this.
But I
It's a
definitely
mixture.
think all three of them are very representative of like our tastes in K-pop and our favorites, which all sound really fun. I definitely would like to see all of these groups. Like, I think these would all make like amazing special stages.
Yeah,
me
if I
too.
changed anything at all, but I don't know that I want to give Bobby up. But I was thinking if I really wanted to make it like a bias line, I could switch out Bobby and Bam Bam.
Mm.
I'm not doing it though. Bobby, I like the music he makes a lot. And I just think that he'd make amazing music.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very
Imagine a
talented.
song with Bobby and Jungkook.
Oh man, I kind of want to add Onu as a vocalist though.
Yeah, that also went through my, like, how do I build Shiny without building Shiny? I was like, what if I chose New from the boys instead of Key Bomb? Because they have like a whole vocalist and then similar energy, very sassy, very scary without seeming intimidating. And I was like, I thought about putting Young Jay in it instead of Onu.
Mm,
I was really like, how do I build Shiny without building shit?
I know. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah.
Maybe instead of Minho, put in like Lucas from
Ooh.
NCT.
Interesting. That visual
Right?
rapper combo.
Exactly that combo. I thought about it. I was
Yeah.
thinking.
That was interesting choices all around.
But yeah, I definitely had fun with this.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if that stage ever took place, I would just, you would have to be resuscitated. I don't even know. Like, I can't even think of a way to describe the emotions that I would be having.
I know.
Just to see Taemin and Hobie like on stage together, I would just cry. I would cry. Like, I would probably be one of those like really scary people when they pan to the crowd and it's just that one girl like convulsing and crying and like yeah, like going the fuck through it. That would be me.
With your light stick.
It'd be me.
Wipes your tears with it.
Oh my god. Convulsing.
Like, no, for real.
Like,
Like,
old
it would
school,
be
like
really
Beatles,
bad.
Rolling Stones footage with the security guards. Like,
the moment Jungkook like ran up to Taemin and Hobie and like Moonbin was like,
she's discombobulating already. Just thinking about it.
I literally am.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, dude.
My heart.
Reaction time?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So first up, we have got
Like your head.
Monsta
Thank
X Gamble.
Are they in New York?
Maybe.
Y'all in my hood?
Ooh.
If you don't know, now you know. 오묘한 기억 끈적이는 눈빛 Oh yeah 모든 걸 뱉은 맘을
I like their outfits.
Don't you really wanna feel alive?
What is this sound even called?
This is Monster thing.
I don't know, but I like it. It's sexy.
Don't know.
I love the spy theme.
Money.
Ooh.
I am. Like his men's house.
This is badass. I really like this.
This music video is giving me Kingdom Stage. It's
Right?
like kind of funny. I'm like, is this Kingdom going on?
And Monsta X apparently was supposed to be on Kingdom.
They would have
really?
made him up.
Yeah, they would have been good.
That would be interesting.
Ooh, the untied neck ties. I like it. I love that. My suit is black. My suit is fresh. Yes. Ooh, that transition was sick.
Hey, it was.
I love when they like dance in the middle of nowhere. Those are, they have a scene like that in a Stray Kids video, AT's video.
And they're pissing
Like,
off
just like
this
a
white
big
man. I
collage.
like that.
You know what? This may be the same location as those places that I mentioned, actually.
Oh my god.
Girl, this really feels like a Kingdom performance.
It's good. It's so. Oh, I love it. Less guns though. There were a lot more guns in Kingdom. Deal.
Well, they're the SWAT team in this.
I know. Yeah, but that was fire. That was really cool. It was like
Yeah,
Mission
that was
Impossible, The Untouchables. I loved it. It's like all the movies I like.
Yeah.
Gamble, one of a kind. Yeah, that was
By the
sick.
way, have you guys seen Alice in Borderland?
No.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, I didn't finish it. You know, I didn't watch an episode since then, but you know I've seen part of it.
Yeah. That for some reason it had nothing to do with that, but I felt that.
Well, they had the cards. Like the cards all over the place and people were dead. It makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe they were thinking about that. Great show.
I really liked the music video stylistically. I thought it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
When it opened, I was like kind of confused because of the angle, like the down angle and the way it was like slanted on the floor. I was like, what is going on? But yeah, I really thought that the lighting, colors, their costuming was all great. The song is very different from what like my taste and what I normally like, but like it's kind of that same thing that NCT does. Like it's good. It's just different from something that I would listen to regularly. I definitely want to watch the video when I listen to this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it fits the concept really well, and I really loved like, you know, some of the moments where it fit in, like the lyrics with the song. I mean, the lyrics with the video. I thought it did a really good job of that. I think the video really brought out the vibe that song was trying to bring. So yeah, and then I also really agree. It did feel like a Kingdom performance, but like in the best way. Like a lot of transitions.
In a great way.
Yeah, it was really fun. I liked it. All right, next we have B.I.'s new music video,
Helicopter.
Illa Illa. Yeah, this is for his first full solo album. So yay!
Is he a former member of iKON?
Yes.
Oh wow, this looks cool already.
Yeah, that's a cool shot to open with.
Ooh. I think he has a huge part to play in the company that he's under right now. The people that released this video. I don't know if he's like CEO. He's something. He has something to do with the business side of it too, I think.
It looks good.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, the B.I on the street. The coloring's nice.
I like the song.
I like this. He's like
me too.
Perpetually running. It's cool. Let's see if they have the lyrics.
Oh, I have them up.
I have them up too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is mad catchy, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh. He's really doing the acting thing in this. I like it.
Ooh. Effects are gorgeous.
That's cool. I think it's probably like a rain machine and then they just reversed it, but it still looked amazing. And then the close ones were CGI. I'm guessing.
The song's
What does
really
Illa
good.
Illa Illa mean?
I'm not sure, but it's giving me like the song itself is giving me reggae vibes. It's like
Little
Korean
dance hall,
reggae.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love how he started out so like heartbroken and now he's smiling. This is cool.
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
a
I
full
love
story.
Yeah. He's pretty good at this too. This, like you said, his acting thing.
I really like this. I'm not even like joking. It's so good.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Wow.
B.I.
Go B.I, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
happy
dude,
he's
I'm rooting.
doing his own thing too. He was a huge part of the song making an icon, like the biggest part of it.
Great.
Oh, the bunny?
I like these fireworks. These fireworks scenes. Oh, this is wow, this is so cool.
I really like the coloring in this. Your colorist is super talented.
Yeah, it's got the blue and orange look, but the skin tones look natural. That's
Oh my
key.
god, the blue and orange look actually was it oh my god, it used to be so popular in like 2014, 2015. I always hated it.
Yeah.
But he did it right. It was
Yeah, if
good.
you get the skin tones right, it looks good.
Yeah. But so many times people, it was like orange.
Yeah.
Really yellow. Oh. Wow.
Executive producer.
Yeah, I like this song a lot.
I
Yeah.
do too. I'm gonna playlist it.
Yep. Same. I like that the credits are still in the song, so you have to look at them.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen people doing this a lot in K-pop recently. Oh, his mom.
Aww. Stop it. He comes out with this great
she
video
probably-
and has to end on the mom thing.
She probably was like, I mean, I don't like to hypothesize, but like if his mom is still around, she's probably a huge someone he could rely on during that time, because it's probably a tough time judging from the song.
Yeah.
So
Or, you know,
Very-
the whole getting kicked out of Icon thing must have been really tough too, and having to start on your own.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm sure that's what the song's about though.
Yeah.
In a some way, time of his life.
Similar to Wonho when they, you know, I'm gonna just say it. These people who are coming out their groups be coming out on top sometimes. So
Yeah. No,
I mean, everything happens for a reason.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree. That was awesome. Amazing. Wow. All right, next we have Ghost9, which is a group I just heard about, and this song is called Up All Night, which is also a One Direction song. I'm not a Directioner or recovering Directioner, but I just know that's a One Direction song. I love the lighting.
Let's ride. Let's get something to talk about. Keep going.
I just saw one of these members. He was on a podcast.
Oh yeah, he was on Dive Studios with BPM.
Yeah, the one with the red hair.
Ooh, invisibility cloak.
I know.
My
This
recovering
makes me giggly
Potterheads
for some
outfit.
reason. This is so cute.
It gives me gives me a little bit of an Up All Night Why One Direction vibe.
True. Oh my god, it does. No, really though. Wow.
I love this location they picked with the multicolored houses. It's beautiful.
Oh, aquarium shot.
The sky is like perfect.
All about those polarizing filters.
Yeah. So cool.
Ooh, I love the lighting in this scene. This is so cute.
Oh my gosh, this looks like a perfect world.
The lighting.
The power
They're
of
like
lighting, everybody.
Ew, I'll stop. I'm like fangirling over this, like,
No, it's so sweet.
anything that looks like kind of quirky and like Alice in Wonderlandish. Yeah.
We're fangirling
Lots
for the
of
DP
green.
and the gaffer. That's film kids for ya.
Lots of greenery. I'm like, oh my god.
It's giving me like new age Astro, and it's so
Oh,
I love this glowing thing
oh my
they got going on.
god. You have a point, especially because Astro's music makes you so happy. It's just so
yeah,
fun.
and like their little uniforms. I'm like, oh, making me miss that. It is giving me One Direction though.
No, for real.
Oh, really? One Direction. Like,
If One
Yeah.
Direction could dance.
yeah.
I love the aquarium.
They're
song.
dancing.
They should have done more of those.
Such a pretty shot. Oh my god, I love that. That was so cute. The whale in the sky. Is that a
It's reminding me
TVXQ
of
reference?
Whalian 52.
Oh, very magical, like But you know, like TXT's
A lot
videos
of
are like very
people are doing
magical
that.
and
Yeah.
whimsical.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that too.
A lot of like a lot of like K-pop groups though are doing that kind of thing with like the aquatic animals in the sky, because we saw that in the Close music video.
Yeah.
There's a TXT music video with it.
TVXQ did it at their Beyond Live concert.
Yeah, Whalian 52 by BTS, which is like one of their older songs. They had a whale like flying through the sky in that one, and in their from Map of the Soul, their little what song was it? One of their songs, they had a purple whale
Ooh.
go through the sky, and I was like, that's freaking cool.
Is this specifically a whale, or is it just anything that swims, like aquatic stuff?
I think anything that swims,
But
like fish and
TVXQ
whale.
and BTS both had the whale, so maybe it's a
Yeah,
whale.
kind of
thing.
like that.
Definitely a BTS.
It's kind of like that whimsical, metaphorical thing, like something that's in the
86
sea
has a
being
coin.
placed in the sky.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's just like, just placing. I don't know. That's something I would do.
Their
But-
little icon though is Jack.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
Jack
looks like
Skellington.
Skeleton with wings. I was like, why is Jack the skeleton?
Oh my
Interesting.
gosh. But that was so
Okay.
cute. I loved that. That brought me so much joy. Speaking of joy, that did not, that was an accident. That was an
Wait,
accident.
Can you please cut that out?
No.
I was disgustingly excited about that like the way that you segued to that. Please.
I am not cutting that out.
We're not cutting
Speaking
it out.
I
of
was like,
joy,
oh my
we
god.
have Joy's Hello, which I have already watched a million times. Keep streaming, Rev Loves.
I'm excited because I've seen Olivia retweeting all the screen caps and they're very cute. I've never seen the music video.
It's like a cute little road trip movie. Okay, and then also there's like a backstory where she like breaks up with this guy right before this in the food samplers.
No joy.
It's like a whole overarching story with all the mood samplers in the videos.
I hope I don't look this creepy that I keep looking around. But I'm outside.
Getting her life together, getting her shit together. Let's go. The part always kills me where she almost runs over that girl.
It's so weird.
Queen
So
can't
random.
drive. Pretty girls can't drive. Me and Joy have so much in common.
Hitting the curb.
And Joy always is like, I love babies and I love dogs. So I was like, I love the framing in all these shots with the, like this shot I love. Cinematography is so good. She's so cute, the little girl.
Oh, this is cute. Speaking of, oh, never mind. I thought I had on the Billabong shirt.
Oh.
That's right. Speaking of surfing, I don't. Billabong.
Aww, I want Joy to hold me like that. She just seems so happy. Aww. Got a little Marley and me in there. So the female divers, actually, that's like a cultural thing about Jeju Island, actually. It's like a real, like, popular thing there. It's like a semi-matriarchal kind of culture, apparently, and they have a female-based creation story. So that's kind of what led to the female divers. A lot of this video is about reflecting kind of the unique culture of Jeju Island, where Joy is from.
Oh, really?
And it has a
That's
big
very
kind of
cool.
Mongolian influence in the culture because Genghis Khan took it over. So that's kind of where the tents and some of the outfits come from. I love this shot. It's
Oh, yeah,
very
that's
Wes
really great.
Anderson.
Yeah, truly. Yeah. I did not know she was from Jeju Island. Is it a little bit like the Hawaii of South Korea? Because that's what I've heard.
Yeah. I know. One time our friend asked us about, he's like, what is the Hawaii of Korea? And I went, Hawaii? Because there's, you know, a lot of Koreans in Hawaii. That's her real dad, actually. And that's, they're like traditional Korean hand dyers. Like hand clothing dyers. Oh, the way she looks at her. That little girl might have an acting future.
That was great.
I'm so glad you told me about the history because I will say I did see a lot of Native people complaining on the timeline about appropriation.
Yeah, it kind of turned into a heated issue because a lot of the Jeju Island and Mongolian people who watched the video really liked it, and they kind of got mad at the people who were saying it's appropriation because they're like, you're not the only native culture, and it got kind of ugly, and I feel really bad that that kind of happened around this video, but obviously their concerns were legitimate, and it's kind of a niche thing anyways, and I'm sure not a lot of people know about Jeju Island culture, and that's probably why Joy wanted to spread so much about it. But yeah, the yurts and those kind of tents that they showed are really common in Mongolian culture. They're kind of a tourism thing in Jeju Island now, but it's still, you know, a part of their heritage. And the clothing and the patterns, the parents in the video, they're traditional like hand dyers, so a lot of the clothes and stuff are from them as well. They have an Instagram. I think that's probably how they found out about them too, to have the daughter in the video. So yeah, I know I saw it was a controversy, but
Yeah, no, it's super cute. Like I saw it and like, you know, the filmmaker I was like, it looks so pretty and cinematic. But I just didn't want to say anything because I was like, I know nothing about Native culture and feel like I can't speak over anyone or comment. So I just left it there.
All the shots are very beautiful. I love the framing. I love the placement of people, the composition, you know, the placement of people in every frame. I think the DP really killed it. I also love Joy's sweater. I want it. The cardigan that she was wearing, very cute. And it just overall, it felt very Joy. And that's what I really wanted out of her solo. So I'm really glad that it turned out this way because I was worried, you know, when we talked about it at first, I was like, I was worried about it being a remake album, but I know she really loves this song and she's getting praise from the original singer. So let's go, Joy.
Yeah, no, I really liked it.
All right, next, and certainly not least, well, last but certainly not least. Never that. We've got our TXT boys with Love Song. It's got like a long name, but Love Song.
I know I love you.
Ooh,
that's cute.
Yeah. Yo, John. Yo, John. They're so cute.
Ooh. They're always doing something different and creative.
The more I listen to the song, the more I like it.
I haven't heard it yet. I saved it for today.
Yeah, I don't save anything.
Ooh.
See the fish? I told you.
This is giving me a little bit of Gaho, actually.
I told you. I love it.
Yeah.
You know I love it so much.
Yeah.
Oh no, the car broke down. Ooh, I love On the Floor choreo too.
There's your man.
That was a great shot. Oh, that zoom was cool. Yo, today's episode is dedicated to the DPs, the gaffers, and the camera operators.
Yeah, they did their thing. And the fish.
And the fish.
The fish. Yes, take him. Go Kai. Shot yourself in the next room.
Ooh. That is so cool.
So cute. They're so cute. I love this so much.
Oh, the piggyback.
Lots of road trips.
That's Skylar with the lighter.
Yeah. Oh my god. True.
Our resident pyro.
Every friend group's gotta have one. I love this chorus.
I love the cinematography.
Oh, that move was
It's
so cool. The
cute.
like,
The lighting in this, like the coloring, everything is so good.
So true.
yeah, great location scouting.
Woohoo!
Oh man,
Great.
I loved
Yeah.
everything we watched today. I always love
Yeah,
that.
it was all so good.
And you guys know I love myself a little pop rock song. You know, I love a little pop punk. So,
I loved
True.
that. Oh my god, I love TXT.
I've been listening to this album for like days now. I put it on during work today when I had lull periods. So I am a big fan. My favorite is that song, which you know June helped make it. It's gonna be good. Yeah, apparently June wrote on that song. But I really like that song, Magic, and Anti-Romantic. Those three songs are so good.
Oh, I gotta listen to it. I haven't listened to the album yet.
Yeah. I definitely recommend like just listening to it through. But I'm pretty sure that those three songs are like the first three on the album, and those are my favorite.
Oh, nice. Start with a bang. Let's go. Well, that's it for this week's SOCS. That was a really fun episode. If you liked it, please give us a like and a subscribe. Follow us on Twitch so you don't miss our next live episode where we do that. And follow us on Twitter for fun K-pop tweets and memes and updates with the show. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.